Good night, everyone, and welcome into Kaiser Center. My name is Zach Morrison, alongside Andrew Miller, and you are listening to WCBN's coverage of your Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team against Northwestern here in Evanston. Coming into this one, Michigan's record is 14-9, and Wildcats scored a record of 6-16. Wolverines won their last game, a big home victory over the rival Michigan State Spartans, effectively knocking them out of the top 25. The big news from that game was the return of Isaiah Livers and how big of a difference maker he is.
I mean, you're totally right. I mean, Isaiah Livers was the catalyst for the shooting touch they had against Michigan State that whole game. When Isaiah Livers on the floor, it's just easier space for guys like Xavier Tillman, whose main strength is being able to penetrate to the basket. You gotta find guys who can space the floor. Franz is coming into his own, but it's not enough. Michigan needs Isaiah Livers to be successful, especially in March.
And that was a big win for Michigan. They've been playing better as of late. They had a 3-game losing streak last month, but they've won 3 of their last 4 games, with the lone loss being a narrow 3-point loss to Ohio State in a game that they could have easily had.
Oh, it's incredibly, but these are the kinds of things that Michigan wants to go through early before it gets to tournament time. For the Big Ten tournament and especially the NCAA tournament, they can get these close games and find a way and feel comfortable when it comes down to crunch time. You saw it against Michigan State. They were the more comfortable team when it came down to crunch time. Michigan State probably had the same thing against Illinois the other day when they kept it close and Illinois was in, but Michigan State kept calm and cool and made that last buzzer beater dunk on the end.
And for these Michigan Wolverines, your starting lineup is Xavier Simpson at point guard, Franz Wagner at the 2, Eli Brooks at the 3, Isaiah Livers, and John Teskey rounding out the starting 5. For the Northwestern Wildcats, we have Boo Buie, Pat Spencer, Miller Kopp, Robbie Barron, and Ryan Young.
Miller Kopp, wow.
Miller Kopp is the star player of this Northwestern team. They're hungry for a star player, and Miller Kopp is their best player, averaging 13.5 points per game and a shade under 4 rebounds per game.
I mean, it's incredible because, these guys, Miller Kopp, first of all, my last name is Miller. You tend to find the guys, Miller tends to be the last name. But you're right, he averages 13 points a game. You don't find guys like that every day. We were watching in warm-ups, and you could see clearly that Northwestern is a team that prides itself on spacing the ball around, giving the ball. There is no star player on Northwestern. Let me be clear.
And this Northwestern team is no Northwestern of 2017.
No.
As they are 1-11 in conference play and just an awful team. Although they did just take Rutgers to overtime in New Jersey, which is quite impressive, with Boo Buie, the 6'2 freshman from Albany, New York, leading the way with 19 points, his best game of the year.
Yeah, incredibly impressive. But Northwestern, if you remember, I think they lost 7 seniors after that 2016 team. So teams tend to get bad when their players tend to go and the younger ones in.
And the head coach, Chris Collins, was the one who led that Northwestern team to the NCAA tournament for their first appearance ever. And we are ready to tip off here in Evanston, John Teskey against Ryan Young. And the ball is up, and John Teskey wins the tip. Xavier Simpson gets the ball. Michigan in the all-white with the blue trim, and Northwestern sporting a rather gray and yellow uniform. Franz with the ball. Pass to Simpson. Simpson dumped down pass to Livers. Back out to Franz on the left wing. Pass to Teskey on the left block. No good. Rebound Northwestern.
I mean, looking on that team, you got their center who's about like a good 3 inches shorter than Teskey. Teskey should be taking advantage of that matchup all night.
And Northwestern with the ball. Back down. Turnaround jumper is good for number 12, Spencer.
Good move. You just want to see a lot more switching. Teskey took his bye off the ball on that play.
Simpson to Wagner. Wagner dribble to the right side. No good. Teskey follows it. No good. Gets his own board. He goes up again. No good. Oh, man. 3 opportunities for Michigan. Not able to convert. Northwestern pushing the ball up the court. Pat Spencer, the point guard, to Buie. Boo Buie with the ball top of the key. Getting a screen from Young. Resetting the ball. Calling out a play, getting some off-ball screens is Spencer. Buie back with the ball, dribbling down low. Thought he was fouled, but he wasn't. Northwestern retains possession. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 6-5. Northwestern with the ball top of the key is Bowie. Bowie pulls up from 3. No good. Isaiah Livers gets the board. He's pushed out of bounds, but Michigan gets the ball inbounds. It's Xavier Simpson pushing up the court to Eli Brooks to Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner driving from the right to the left side. No good. Northwestern rebound.
You don't like to see those shots. Quick releases. They didn't find the shot, and they immediately drove with no effort.
Northwestern's playing a pretty fast game so far here. Michigan has been shooting early on in the shot clock and has been sped up by Northwestern. Bowie with the with the ball top of the key, getting a screen from Young. Dribbles, pull up from the free throw line, no good. Teskey board. Simpson bring the ball up the court on the right wing, screen from Livers. Back down to John Teskey. John Teskey's a foot away from the basket and misses the jumper, or the turnaround layup, I should say.
Missing a lot of contact plays inside. Michigan needs to improve that, especially with their size advantage.
Pat Spencer, dump down pass to the Northwestern player on the right block, and that's Barron. Barron loses it. Xavier Simpson just pokes it loose and gets it. He passes down to Eli Brooks. Eli Brooks misses a layup on the fast break, and it's Northwestern ball. Not a lot of scoring here. Northwestern up 2-0 with 17 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first half.
I mean, Xavier Simpson thread a needle. You just got to make those shots when you're Eli Brooks.
Northwestern with the ball. It's Barron with the ball. Gives it off to Kopp. Miller Kopp misses the 3 top of the key. Rebound John Teskey. Eli Brooks on the right wing on offense. He has the ball, gets a screen from Teskey. Back out to Xavier Simpson on the right wing. Dump down pass to John Teskey. John Teskey's got no one in front of him. Tries to dunk it, but he doesn't get it to go down. Northwestern rebound.
Incredible. I mean, it's just been like the ball is attracted to the rim. Nothing's been falling for Michigan.
There is a lid on that rim for Michigan in the first 4 minutes of this game so far. And Northwestern converts the layup. They're up 4-0 early on here in this one. Michigan trying to slow down their offense, get a set, and get a good basket, not get sped up by Northwestern. John Teskey, wraparound pass to Eli Brooks, step back jumper inside the three-point line, rims out. That went in and out again. The lid on that rim has not left. Northwestern basketball, Bowie, top of the key. Gets a screen from Barron. Wraps around is Pat Spencer. Pat Spencer picks up his dribble to the corner. Pat Spencer with the ball top of the key. Pass to Kopp. Miller Kopp shoots from 3, no good on the left wing. Rebound Xavier Simpson. Simpson gets a screen from Teskey, top of the key. Back out to Livers. Livers gets a screen from Teskey. He's at the top of the key. Pass to Eli Brooks on the left wing. John Teskey gets it. Free throw line extended. Pass out Isaiah Livers from 3, no good. That's long, and that's going to be off of Northwestern. We are under 16 minutes, taking us to our first media timeout, and it is quite the low-scoring game. Northwestern leading 4-0. That
was a quick 5 minutes of play, essentially. I mean, you watch Michigan. Michigan could not make a shot the whole 5 minutes. That's incredible. But also what you really saw is that Michigan was not able to follow through on contact. Constantly they were at the rim ready to take easy buckets, and almost every single time they're just short, they're missing it, and they're too quick to come out of the hands. They don't necessarily slow it down, just take their time with their shots a little bit more and don't rush it. I know that they know they have the size advantage, especially when it comes to Teskey. Try to post up a little more, set up the shot a little bit longer.
And John Teskey, while he is 0 for 5 from the field, he has contributed with 4 rebounds early on. So he is contributing something. But on Northwestern's side, it's Young. That is Ryan Young, the 6'10 redshirt freshman from Stewartsville, New Jersey, with 6 rebounds in the first 4 minutes and 26 seconds. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. But for Michigan, it's John Teskey with 4 rebounds, and he's 0 of 5. This Michigan team as a whole is 0 of 10 from the field.
That's incredible because Michigan, so known for their shot selection, so known for their ability to create smart open players. They're not really an ISO team. Michigan, to just miss a lot of these contact shots is not like them. So if you're Michigan, you just got to trust in the process at this point. You just got to keep taking those shots and keep looking to make good plays down the road. The buckets will come. They're much more athletic. They're much bigger, especially with Teskey on their center. But at the end of the day, Michigan needs to convert. It's plain and simple.
The ball is bound to go down at some point for these Michigan Wolverines. They're 0 of 10 from the field. They've only attempted 1 3-pointer. So it's not like these looks are from 20 feet and beyond past the three-point line. Eli Brooks was the only shot attempt inside the three-point line that was probably beyond what, like 3-4 feet?
Something. He was at the old three-point line.
He was at the women's three-point line, inside the men's three-point line. And it's been John Teskey 0 of 5. Eli Brooks, he missed 2 shot attempts. Franz Wagner 0 of 2, and then Isaiah Livers missing his only shot attempt, which was Michigan's only three-point attempt of the day. If you're Juwan Howard, besides just saying these shots will go down, what do you think he's telling this team early on?
Focus. They're telling the focus. Don't take quick shots. I mean, Franz Wagner was the key play there. There was nothing open. They tried to do a quick screen play and run. Nothing was open. Franz Wagner didn't have to try. He drove. And he took a shot way too quick looking for a foul. You can't count on a Northwestern team that tends to like to play smart to give you the foul shots you want. You got to find a way to get a better shot and not just rush a shot when you come down the line.
It's not like they're playing bad defense either. This is a good those were a good defensive 4 minutes. 4+ minutes, I should say. But it's just on offense, you just weren't getting the looks to fall. So those will fall eventually. Just keep it up on defense. And this Michigan team is really good.
Oh yeah, Michigan has been one of the choir success stories as of recent. We know everyone knows they started out really hot early, but they've been able to pick it up as of recent, especially with that win against State.
And we are back from the break. Franz Wagner gets the inbounds pass from Simpson, dumped down to Teskey, back to Wagner, to Eli Brooks, to Livers in the 3, no good. Offensive rebound, no. It's going to be off of John Teskey's foot. Northwestern basketball.
Yet another missed opportunity for Michigan. They're trying to get back in the swing of things, but they're still trying too hard to move the ball. It has to be a little bit more fluid, especially behind the 3-point line.
Boo Buie with the ball top of the key. He's on the right wing, guarded by Xavier Simpson. Wrap around is Miller Kopp, and he misses the shot attempt. It's going to be Michigan basketball as there was a moving screen call on number 15. That's Ryan Young on Northwestern.
Yeah, freshman Ryan Young is, I believe, pretty small center for a guy. I think he's about like 6'9", 6'8", 10.
Yes, Ryan Young, the 6'10" redshirt freshman. And Franz Wagner with the ball for Michigan, pass to Xavier Simpson on the right corner. Gets a screen from Chesky, but it's going to be a foul called on Boo Buie for a reaching foul. And with just over 15 minutes left remaining in this first half, if you're just joining us, it's been a low-scoring affair with Northwestern leading 4-0.
Yeah. Michigan, as always, Michigan's doing what they got to do early. They're setting up their plays. They're running their screens. They just need to execute, especially down low. Northwestern's done a good job at cutting down blocks.
Wagner taking the ball out. Gives it to Simpson. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. A lot of time to set up a play. To Brooks in the corner. He's looking for Teskey posting up. Finds him. He's on the right block. He gives it out to Brooks for 3. And Michigan sinks it for their first basket of the game. That's Eli Brooks getting Michigan on the board. Northwestern leads 4-3.
Great play design. They knew they were going to Teskey, so it left Brooks a little open.
Pete Nance in the game for Northwestern. Larry Nance's son and Larry Nance Jr.'s brother. And that's going to be Jones with the basket. Jared Jones with the 2-point shot for Northwestern gets them up 6-3. Michigan with the ball. Isaiah Livers on the left side of the court. He gives it off to Xavier Simpson, to Wagner, to Brooks, right wing. He pulls up, no good. It was blocked. It's going to be Michigan basketball with 9 seconds left on the shot clock and 14 minutes and 7 seconds left on the game clock.
Michigan's still going with their original starting lineup, though, so you might want to see when they're ready to make a substitution like Northwestern.
Livers from 3. He's short, no good. Northwestern rebound.
A little too quick of a shot for my liking.
Northwestern pull-up jumper, no good. That's a 3-point attempt, but it was a foul on Isaiah Livers. That's going to be...
Oh, really?
That's going to be Kopp going to the line. Miller Kopp, your favorite player.
Miller Kopp is my favorite player, but that looked a little suspicious of a foul, at least in my opinion.
I think it was body, not hand. or not on the arms, not on the hands, but it was his body. I think Isaiah Livers was a little out of control and ran into him after the shot attempt went off, and Miller Kopp makes the first of 3. Miller Kopp is a 6'7" sophomore from Houston, Texas. He's the small forward for Northwestern. He makes the second of 3, extending this Northwestern lead to 5 points, up 8-3, with just under 14 minutes left in the first half. And all 3 are good. He's 3 of 3. Northwestern up 9-3. 13 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. Simpson, ball in the left wing, getting a screen from Teskey. Back to Eli Brooks on the left wing. He pulls up from 3, and he's good. That's a 3. That is money. Eli Brooks has all 6 of the Michigan points thus far.
Eli Brooks has been a sniper this year. I mean,
Northwestern ball. Number 12 is Spencer. He's got the ball. Short corner and no good, but that's a foul on Xavier Simpson now. He got him on the arm. It's going to be Spencer going to the line for 2. Pat Spencer, the 6'3" grad student from Davidson, Maryland, is averaging 11 points and 4 assists per game. He's actually leading this Northwestern team with 4 assists per game and contributing 11 points, which is tied for second most on the team. So he's one of their most important players all around. He makes the first of 2 from the line.
Yeah. Is he the registered point guard, I think?
He's a grad student from Davidson, Maryland. The red shirt player is Ryan Young.
No,
He's
registered point guard.
Registered point guard. Enlighten me. What is a registered point guard?
Is he registered at point guard? Does he play point guard?
Yes, he is a point guard. Yes. Registered. And this is Pat Spencer. Pat Spencer makes the second of 2. He is up to 6 points on the day. 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line.
I only asked because he's pretty tall for the point guard position.
6'3"?
6'3". He's pretty tall for the he looks taller on the court for sure.
Maybe it's because he's next to Xavier Simpson.
That's true.
It's Michigan basketball. That's going to be a moving screen on Austin Davis, who just checked into the game. Austin Davis has been getting a lot of time recently. He has usurped Colin Castleton as the number 2 center behind John Teskey.
Interesting because even with Austin Davis's apparent shoulder injury that he seems to nag him, he's still getting these minutes over Colin Castleton.
That's right. And it's Jones with the ball for Northwestern, crossing up Austin Davis. The crowd goes wild, and he converts the bucket. Northwestern leading 13-6 with 13 minutes left in the first half. Xavier Simpson driving, goes up, and that's going to be a charge called as Jared Jones got in the way and just took the charge. Xavier Simpson is not happy about that call. This Northwestern crowd is not going to argue with it, though.
No, I mean, plain and simple. That was a charge. The guy may have done a little flop action, but he drew the charge well.
And Dave DeJulius making his first appearance of the game for Michigan. He's the first guard off the bench. Nance gives the ball to Jones for Northwestern, and that's going to be a moving screen. What is our third moving screen of the game in the first 6 minutes?
Pretty happy
7
whistle
minutes.
These refs have. They've called a lot of fouls so far this game.
It's going to be 7 fouls combined.
Wow. In what?
In 7 minutes.
8 and 7. That's a little.
A foul per minute, that's a bit much if you ask me.
Yeah.
Dave DeJulius with the ball to Eli Brooks. On the right wing, he gets doubled. Dribbles out of it to Brooks. Brooks delivers, driving left side, pulls it back. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper. He's short, but he's fouled. That's going to be the 8th foul of the game in just under 8 minutes.
Wow. He exceeding the pace, but that's classic foul. He hit the arm. Take him to the line, and Livers, who might be Michigan's best shooter, is going to shoot 2 points.
Northwestern's Pete Nance was the one who committed the foul, and he had to be restrained by his coach because he did not agree with that call at all. It doesn't seem like the referees are very popular thus far.
No, it seems like the referees are trying to work for their supper, as they say.
Livers makes the first of 2. He's Michigan's best free throw shooter, shooting just around 90% from the line on the season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the guy's a stud. He's probably Michigan's best shooter. You want to get him on there. I mean, with the refs, though, sitting on the court and watching basketball objectively is not always the most exciting thing. You got to find ways to keep yourself active, and doing your job is probably the best way they can do it.
Livers makes the second of 2, cutting the Michigan deficit to 5. Northwestern leads 13-8 with 12:23 left in this first half. Boo Buie back into the game for Northwestern. He drives on the right side but misses, and that's going to be a foul, an over-the-back call on Jared Jones as he was skying for the rebound. 9 fouls, that's right. He was skying for the rebound and went over David Julius's back. It's Michigan basketball. Both these teams are awfully close to being in the bonus with just over 12 minutes left in the half.
Wow. Incredible.
David Julius with the ball, getting the screen from Davis. Davis rolling, no one on him, but David Julius does not find him. Instead, pick and pop to Livers. Livers dumped down to Davis.
Oh, wow!
Jared Jones, that's on your head.
What move? Oh, man, in contact, too.
13-10 now, Northwestern leads. This Northwestern crowd was very quiet after that basket by Davis, and Jones fires back but misses, trying to get a jump shot over Davis. David Julius pushing the ball back to Brooks. Brooks, heat shot. Oh my gosh, this game is tied. Woo! That was 3 or 4 feet beyond the men's line.
In transition on the move and makes it in.
And this game is tied at 13 apiece, 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Jared Jones with the ball top of the key. Gives it off to Boo Buie. Buie, ball getting a screen from Jones, and the runner's no good. Rebound, Wagner. David Julius pushing it. He's got Wagner wide open from 3. He shoots, and he puts it in, quieting this crowd. Michigan faithful is loud, and Michigan is up 16-13, going on a 10-0 run over the last minute and 29 seconds.
I would say there's about 3/7 of the whole stadium is Michigan fans right now, and they are going crazy as it stands. Wow.
What was that, 3/7 you said?
3/7, it's just under 50%.
Okay.
Something like that. I mean, Michigan, especially at the beginning of the broadcast, it was mostly Michigan fans, I would say.
I would say there is a lot of a lot of maize,
A lot of maize. I know it's hard to tell because of all the purple seats that are empty, but I would guarantee you, folks, there are a lot of Michigan fans out in the audience right now.
And as I said, Michigan, 10-0 run over the last minute 30. 4 for their last 4 from the field. They've been getting those shots to fall. They were 1 of 12 from the field. Now they're 5 of 18. They've made 4 of the last 6. And as I said, they're 4 of the last 4. But it's their defense that's also contained Northwestern that's allowed them to jump out to this lead in that short amount of time. Northwestern hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Northwestern finally figured out how to be more physical. You saw Franz Wagner getting behind Boo Buie earlier and just trying to see if they can bring him into Teske, because Teske has size on every single member of the Northwestern team, except possibly number 4, Jones. When you do that, it's really hard to wow, that's interesting out there on the court right now.
Yes, we've got an elderly folks team of cheerleaders dancing to Bop by DaBaby. Never thought I'd see that.
I mean, Northwestern, one of the best, most prestigious universities in the whole country. You like to see, the creative heads put on a show.
I wonder if they know the lyrics to this song.
I don't think. I don't know if they knew all the words to Candle in the Wind when they used to be the cheerleaders. So,
but back to the game. You mentioned earlier Austin Davis was on the court. He's the first big man off the bench now. Colin Castleton was at the beginning of the year, but it's been Austin Davis, and he's averaged 6 points and 3 rebounds over the last 4 games. So a big contributor.
Yeah.
And he doesn't miss. He made that dunk over Jared Jones. And over the last 4 games, he's 11 of 12 from the field.
He's a big boy. The guy finishes through contact because people cannot stop him easy. He's big. He's round, and but then you got guys who are like say Colin Castleton, who are long and lanky and can shoot threes and help with spacing. But Michigan's big problem when they need to use their size advantage. I don't necessarily think that they should be using Colin Castleton, who is very susceptible to contact defense.
And someone who we haven't seen thus far is Brandon Johns Jr., who really stepped up massively in Isaiah Livers' during Isaiah Livers' time on the bench with the injury. Brandon Johns Jr. started those 9 games, and he averaged 10 points and 4 rebounds. He's been a big contributor, making that big jump from last year, and even at the beginning of this season when he was on the bench, he's just a hustle player. You can always depend on him for getting the offensive rebounds and trying his 100%, trying his best and giving his all. And you can also count on him for threes in that Rutgers game. He carried this Michigan team with those threes.
Yeah, entirely. I mean, Brandon Johns is about to step on the court actually right now, and you're right. He's been a big part. I mean, it's also interesting to see they're keeping Franz on, so they must really like what he's been up to in this game. Normally they would keep Livers and go to the famous three-guard rotation, but.
And just as I mentioned, Brandon Johns Jr. had not yet shown up in the game. He takes Isaiah Livers' place with just under 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half, with Michigan leading 16-13. And we're back from the break. Northwestern basketball, is that going to be a backcourt violation? No, it's tipped by Michigan. That's Cup with the ball, gives it off to Spencer. Pat Spencer pull up from the free throw line. He's good. Michigan leads by 1, 10 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first half.
Speaking of Brandon Johns, spent a lot of time in the paint. I think possibly could be called for a violation.
Johns with the ball pass to Wagner. Wagner loses dribble but gets the ball back, and he's stumbling and just throws it out of bounds. Johns Jr. was not able to get the ball on that one. It's going to be Northwestern basketball.
Yep, just sloppy play by the Michigan offense. Want to see better if you're Michigan.
Northwestern with the ball. Pat Spencer, top of the key, guarded by DeJulius. Gets the screen by Young. Pull up, free throw line extended, no good. Brooks board. Brooks pushing up the court. DeJulius is open from the three-point line. He finds him, but he gets guarded quickly. Defense converged on him. Dribbling the ball top of the key, calling out a play is Juwan Howard. Screen, Austin Davis. He's rolling. DeJulius finds Johns on the left wing. Jab step, back to Julius. DeJulius pump fake. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Goes up. Johns on the block. He goes up, and it's good from the layup from 1 foot out with the layup. Michigan leads 18-15.
Wow, great throw. I mean, Brandon Johns, the amazing pump fake right there.
Bowie with the ball. Gives it off to Spencer. Spencer right wing to Bowie. Bowie dump down to Young. Young dribbling on the right block. Guarded by Davis. Up and no good. Eli Brooks board. Michigan's pushing it. Brooks screen by Davis. Back out to Julius. Julius pump fake. Driving in. Brooks 3-point straight on. No good. Rebound Northwestern.
Sloppy play. Just continuously trading blows.
Pat Spencer pulling up from the left wing. He's too strong. Brandon Johns with the board. Michigan pushing it with David DeJulius in control of the ball. Juwan Howard calling out a play. Number 5, whatever that means.
I think it's the number 5 special. That's what I would guess.
Number 5 special. That's a great call, Andrew Miller. You can quote him on that one. DeJulius with the ball right wing to Brooks. Dump down to Davis. Davis got back on the right block. Double teamed. He goes up and under. Oh, my gosh, with the reverse. Nice jelly there by Austin Davis, extending this Michigan lead back up to 5, 20-15.
That must have been the number 5 special we were just talking about.
That's the number 5 special. If that's number 5 special, I'm ordering that every single time. Northwestern pulling up from the right wing. That went around, and it's good. Northwestern cutting the lead to 2 for Michigan with just under 8 minutes left in the first half.
Impressive with a shot in his face with Brandon Johns, who's probably 4 inches taller than him, in his face.
DeJulius tossing Davis top of the key. He won't do anything with the ball there. Pass to Brooks. Brooke to DeJulius. DeJulius on the left wing. Dump down to Davis. Davis with the ball on the left block. He's trying to make something happen. Up and under, and it's good.
Number 5 special.
Number 5 special. Once again, 2 straight possessions, 2 straight times it was ordered. Northwestern with the ball. Pat Spencer, Pat Schaefer. Pat Spencer driving. No good. Blocked by Davis. Davis with the board. DeJulius with the ball. He's on the right wing. Screen Davis. Back out. Johns. Pass to Davis. Davis on the left block, and he goes up and he's fouled. Number 5 special. Not able to convert it, but he will go to the line for 2.
The points are the same no matter what. If you're Austin Davis, you're happy with that. You know, watching this game, Michigan's offense has been not much has really changed. Just the ball's been going in. Austin Davis has been really special because when you got a 6'11" guy who's as wide as Austin Davis is and is able to really use his size, it's hard to stop that when your team it's like inherently smaller when you're like Northwestern. Their biggest guy is not on the floor right now, and Michigan's really taking advantage of that.
As you said, they've been taking advantage of Austin Davis every single time. They're giving it to him, letting him post up. Whether he's making the shots or getting fouled, it's working, and Michigan should not leave it. They're 7 of their last 8 from the field, and they're up to 22 points in the half. Northwestern with 18. They're up to 36% from the field after starting atrociously 1 of 14. So very impressive last few minutes for Michigan.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want to see if you're Michigan offense. And on the Northwestern side, they've been taking a lot more threes, a lot more dangerous threes. That one three by Buren, that was a dangerous three. It had Brandon Johns at his face. Michigan has to like that at the defense, letting them take such dangerous shots all the time.
And Robbie Barron, as you said, he's the only one with a three-point make for Northwestern. He is a 6'9" freshman from Richmond, Virginia, only averaging 5 points per game. And he has those 3 points here. So I wouldn't expect him to be a threat for so much more production the rest of this game. But still, you got to get a hand in his face. And that was a tough look that he got down.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at Michigan, it's odd to see because Michigan's key contributors have not contributed tonight. You got Austin Davis being like probably the main contributor of the game, on top of and Franz has been pretty big. It's been pretty big. Like Livers and Teskey and Simpson have been pretty quiet for most of the game. And that's good if you're Michigan. Your bench is much deeper than theirs, and your size is on your bench too. Like you might see Castleton later in the game, and he's pretty big. You got Franz who's 6'8", probably acting as 6'10". Like you're a Michigan guy. I feel pretty good about how you're looking at this moment.
Oh, no doubt. This team is very long, with especially if they go with the long lineup. It's going to be hard for any team to match up with the length, especially if you have a 6'9" in Franz, a 6'9" shooting guard. That's hard to come by.
Yeah. I mean, Franz is special. Next year when he's joined by Isaiah Todd, I think it'll be a special duo with him probably there at the 3. Supposedly, if Livers goes pro, replacing him at the 3, and John or maybe Johns goes to the 3. It'll be interesting. It'll be a big lineup next year.
And crossing our fingers, Josh Christopher.
Oh yeah. Well, one can always hope. And then crossing our fingers again in 2 years, Imani Bates.
So if he reclasses 2 years, if he doesn't 3 years.
I bet that the good old NCAA will let him reclassify in 2 years.
I would hope so. I was able to speak. I went to the Michigan State game. I was on the court. I was able to speak with Jace Howard.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was there.
How's he feeling?
He's feeling very good. He said the recruiting class for next year has a group chat. Everyone thinks Isaiah Todd is going overseas or he's not coming or all that, but he is on track to come. He's actually doing his college essays as we speak. So for all of those worried that Isaiah Todd is not coming, it looks like he will be coming.
God, college essays.
And Austin Davis makes the first of 2 free throws as we're back from the break.
College essays. I can't remember what I wrote mine about.
Funny enough, I wrote my college essays about basketball as Austin Davis' second free throw attempt rims out. And this Northwestern crowd is very happy about that because if the opposing team misses 6 free throws or more, they get some special at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, a free chicken sandwich. I mean, listen, as a person who attends the University of Michigan, sometimes I will admit that I am rooting for the miss.
And Isaiah Livers pulling up from 3, no good. Rebound. Is that Adrian Nunez? Adrian Nunez in the game, making a rare appearance early. Austin Davis. That's an and one, up and under. Did he step out of bounds? Oh, I think he stepped out of bounds. That's
looked
a close
like it too,
call.
though.
He's really got that move down,
It
getting
says
the ball on the left
he
block.
got it in on the scoreboard.
No, I think they just took it away.
Michigan fans are clapping, so it looks like they probably gave him the points.
No, the scoreboard says 23-18. 23-18 on the
interesting.
on the big scoreboard. So that shot did not count. He was out of bounds, but a great move, no less. And Northwestern missed the shot. It's going to be David DeJulius getting the rebound. He has the ball on the left wing. John Teskey fed down low now. No longer Austin Davis. Isaiah Livers with the ball top of the key. Getting a screen from John Teskey. Loses it. Gets it back. Teskey with the ball. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. A lot of time. DeJulius calming down the offense. 7 seconds. 6, 5. DeJulius left wing. Pull up. Jumper. Is good.
Wow.
Flash. Step
In with
back
the
three.
defender in his face.
Step back three is good for DeJulius. Michigan extends that lead to their highest of the day, up 8, 26-18.
With the defender in his face, still was steady and made that shot. Wow.
Jones, pass to Nance. Pete Nance gives it off to Turner. Turner, back to Jones. Jones, turning, looking, back to Turner. Oh, sorry, excuse me, not to Turner, to Nance. Back to Turner, and he missed. I am discombobulated. That was Jones with the ball, and Jones with the charge taken by John Teskey.
We're at 10 fouls. We're at 11 fouls, I believe, in exactly 16 minutes. So they've calmed down recently. But to think, only 2 fouls have happened since the 12-minute mark.
And this game has moved pretty quickly.
Yeah, but
because of that.
Yes.
With just under 5:30 left, Michigan leads 26-18.
And a defensive battle early.
Dave DeJulius with the ball, gives it off to Teskey. Teskey double teamed, pass to Nunez on the left wing. Dumped down to Brandon Johns on the left block. He's double teamed. Pass out DeJulius. DeJulius pump fake, doesn't do anything. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Johns on the left block, backing down. He's double teamed. He goes up, and it's good. He sinks it. Michigan up double digits, 28-18, a tick under 5 minutes.
That didn't look good going up, and Brandon Johns found a way to finesse his way to the basket.
Michigan on a 22-5 run over the last 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Bowie with the ball to Jones. Jones to Turner, and that's going to be a foul called on Michigan. I think we're back to the foul calling ways of these referees.
Oh, boy. I shouldn't have said anything.
You got that announcer's jinx.
Ugh. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal.
And DeJulius stepping out for Eli Brooks. Adrian Nunez staying in the game. We haven't seen much of Adrian Nunez lately.
No, I was. I think this is the first game I've ever called where Adrian Nunez has been on the court, and he's been playing not too bad, if you ask me.
He actually started the year in the starting lineup when Franz Wagner was on the bench with the broken wrist. But since Franz has gotten back, he hasn't really played much.
No.
And Northwestern misses the three-point attempt. Teskey with the rebound. Northwestern's gone cold, not scoring in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, going 1 of their last 8, 0 for their last 4. Livers with the ball. Pull up, jumper inside three-point line.
Wow.
Good on the left side. Michigan up by 12, 30-18.
Great hesitation on a jumper right there.
Bowie with the ball to Barron. Barron back in the game. It's Kopp with the ball to Nance. Nance on the right wing. Dump down pass to Kopp. Kopp, free throw line extended, dump down on the left block. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Livers.
Wow.
Livers pushing it, screened by Teskey on the right wing. To Teskey on the block. Cross-court pass to Wagner. Wagner pump fake. Doesn't do anything. Gives it off to Teskey on the left block. He's double teamed. Turnaround, hook shot, no good. It rimmed out. Northwestern rebound. Barron pulling up from three-point range. He's short. Livers board. Michigan pushing it now with Adrian Nunez, and that's going to be a foul called on Bowie, I believe, on Northwestern. It's going to be Adrian Nunez going to the line for the 1-and-1. But before he does that, we are under 4 minutes with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Michigan up by 30-18, and we are headed to our last media timeout of the first half. It's been all Michigan for the last 10 minutes.
I mean, Northwestern, I think, last led the game with the score at 13, and they were up 6. And then Michigan has allowed, I think that was 12-minute mark. Northwestern has scored roughly 5 points in 9 minutes. That's incredible. It's Michigan's defense has been playing exceptional, using their advantage, being physical. That's the one thing that Michigan basketball has always been known for and always prided itself on. You want to be physical, especially down deep. Michigan has a lot to be proud of right now coming out of their shell. Not only continue to play the same great defense they played the earlier game, But improving on offense with the spacing. I mean, Austin, they found their spot inside, and they've been attacking the weakness of the defense.
Xavier Simpson hasn't played much in this game, only playing 7 minutes and attempting 1 shot. He's coming off that massive game against Michigan State where he had 16 points and 8 assists, and where he killed them from beyond the three-point line, shooting 4 of 7 from beyond the three-point line. I mean, so it's a little curious that he's not really playing that much.
I mean, it's not so curious when he has 2 fouls to his name. You want to save your best player for late, just in case. But it is interesting to see the league leader in assists that not be so utilized, especially early in this game. We're kind of looking for Eli Brooks and Franz, and especially Teskey to get involved early.
So that's right. He has 2 fouls, so that could be why Adrian Nunez stepped into the game instead of Xavier Simpson, because they're both guards, and DeJulius was in the game. He could take over that role of point guard.
Exactly.
As we saw in the game at Nebraska when Xavier Simpson was suspended for being Jeff Jackson Simpson, and David DeJulius took over as the starting point guard.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan has no shortage of guards to spare. They really are. They have no shortage of guards and centers to really spare. They play all their players. They have a role on the team for all their players. And when you see Nunez and you haven't seen Castleton, but you still seen you got in the backcourt Julius, Brooks, Simpson, and then maybe Franz if you want to classify him as. And you got Livers, Nunez. You got all these guys, and Castleton and Davis and Teskey. You got a deep team that knows how to play with each other. Michigan could be an interesting team moving forward, especially.
And Austin Davis has been huge this game.
I remember last year when Austin Davis was somebody fans used to boo who went on the field on the court because the guy just kept getting blown by faster guys. He's learned how to use his size, especially in a game like this where the guys maybe aren't so fast. He seems like be a good guy to use because he can just body his way into the paint.
And he has 7 points on 3 of 3 from the field and 1 of 2 from the line. Michigan as a whole up 30-18. Adrian Nunez at the line shooting a 1-and-1 makes the first. Michigan up 31-18. And this Northwestern crowd not very happy about that make, both because it extends the Michigan lead and also because it means a lower chance that they will get.
Hey!
Oh, and he missed a second, so now they are 2/6 of the way there to getting a free Chick-fil-A meal.
Or 1/3.
Or 1/3, yes. It is Northwestern basketball. Nance gives it off to Spencer. Spencer gives it to Greer. Greer top of the key. He gives it off to Nance. Nance traveled. He was trying to do a jab step.
Refs.
He was trying to do a jab step, but moved his pivot foot as well.
Yeah, but it didn't look so egregious to me, in my opinion.
Seems like they call that a lot in college.
Yeah, well, they caught a lot tonight.
They also call a lot of the moving screen calls for the big men, I see. Michigan basketball, David DeJulius with the ball, gives it to Livers. On the left wing, it's back to DeJulius, to Teskey, top of the key. To Wagner, wrapping around. Teskey's wide open, dump down, good. Then he dunks it in easily, no one in front of him. Michigan up by 15, 33-18.
Great movement by Teskey. Got the guys to clear out for Wagner. Just great play designed by Dwan.
That's right. Nothing Northwestern could do there as Michigan up by 15 with under 2:30 left in the first half. Northwestern has the ball. It's Kopp pulling up from the left side, and he's good. That's Northwestern's first basket in the last 6 minutes. And they are finally up to the 20-point mark.
First basket, and that was a heavily contested mid-range shot. I'd like to see those.
DeJulius with the ball, screened by Teskey. Teskey's rolling. Livers with the ball left wing to Brooks. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Teskey on the left block. He's short, no good. Northwestern board. Greer with the ball on the left wing. Gets a screen by Nance. Nance with the ball on the left wing. Back to Greer. Greer screened by Nance. Pulling up from the free throw line. He's no good. That was way off. Not even touching the rim.
Nope. Bad shot, shooting off the key. Michigan's letting them take all the bad shots they want.
DeJulius, cross-court pass to Wagner. Wagner driving. Kick out. Livers from 3. Fouled. He will go to the line for 3.
Wow, Franz is so good. Made one of the toughest passes you'll ever see. A driving backhanded pass right out back to the three-point line to Livers cross court. Incredible.
Michigan would not rather anyone else shooting these 3 free throws
No.
than Isaiah Livers.
No, most definitely not.
Isaiah Livers helped make up for the loss of Michigan's top 3 scorers from last year by being Michigan's most consistent scorer and the go-to guy early on in this season when Michigan was crazy good. And then he got injured. Now he's back. And it looks like this Michigan team has regained some of that form that they had early on in the year.
No, he really is the glue guy. He's the guy that makes the team work well when he's on the floor.
And he's made the first 2 thus far of the 3 free throw attempts. Michigan up 35-20 with a tick under 1:30 left in the first half. And the third attempt is good. He is 5 of 5 from the line, 1 of 5 from the field. He has 7 points on the day. Michigan up by 16, minute 20 left in the first half. Northwestern with the ball. It's Greer on the left wing. To Nance, top of the key. It's Turner with the ball on the right wing, guarded by Livers. Turner gives to Nance, back to Turner, wrapping around. He's driving left side, back out to Spencer. Pat Spencer backing down Eli Brooks. Pump fake, pack out Turner. Turner shoots from 3, and he's good from the left wing as the shot clock expired.
His face, though.
50 seconds left in the first half. Michigan can look to go 2 for 1 if they make the ball in the next 10 seconds. DeJulius with the ball screened by Teskey. Teskey back out to Livers. Livers gets it to go with the layup, and that's a 2 for 1 opportunity completed. 33 seconds left in the game, in the first half, I should say, and 23 seconds left on the game clock, on the shot clock.
Yes, what a pass, what a play.
5 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock, and Pat Spencer is going to let the shot clock go all the way down, it looks like. Set the play, get a screen from Turner, and it's Pat Spencer with the ball, dribbling, back out to Greer. Greer to Nance, turnaround jumper, no good. 5 seconds, 4, rebound Julius, 3, going across the court, jumper. He looks like he's fouled, but no call, and he missed the shot. Michigan will go to the break up 38-23.
Great comeback from Michigan after a slow start. Really able to find their footing late and move forward with a good offensive game plan by Juwan Howard. Just keeping with what they do well, especially with the powering down inside the middle with the bigs. But now they've been trying to get the forwards a little bit involved. Like Livers and Wagner have been driving in a lot more.
And this Michigan team, as you said, they've been shooting really well. They're up to 42% from the field, and they're at 46% from 3. So when you're knocking down 5 threes in a half, you're looking pretty good.
I mean, they missed their first 10 shots, so like if you adjust for inflation there, like
13 for 21. Well, they were 1 of 14. 1 of 14, so that's 12 of 17.
Exactly.
They finished the half 12 of 17.
Exactly. So that's incredible. It's what you want to see. Michigan, and also they haven't been doing it just for good shooting. They've been doing it for spacing. They found ways to get players open, which is how you always want to see it in college basketball.
And is that going to be it for us in the first half? Well, before we leave, I liked how this Michigan team was playing. They're rebounding the ball well. They're playing good defense. They're now shooting the ball well. What are you looking for in the second half?
What I'm looking for in the second half, really, is more of the same. I want to see Michigan maybe go a little bit bigger on offense. Put Franz to the 2 like you were talking about. Franz, Livers, maybe put Austin Davis and Teskey out in the same time. Try to maximize your power and your size up front.
I agree. If this Michigan team plays at their own pace and just goes with what they know how to do, and they don't get sped up, they don't play Northwestern's game, they just do what they're comfortable with, then I don't see this being a game.
No, it's not. It was a game for a while, and Northwestern came to play, but eventually that gets shown up later in the game once the game flow. Just the law of averages. When a team is better, they tend to show it pretty much later.
In addition, they got to the line in the bonus late in that first half because they drew those foul calls early in the first half. If they repeat that in the second half, they'll be able to control the game. They'll be able to control the tempo and the momentum and everything.
Yeah.
You're always in a good position up 15 at the half, and this Michigan team is no exception.
Yeah, and it's incredibly interesting to see how the team is moving forward. I mean, the last thing I really want to see from Michigan is to rely too much on the three-point shot. That one play by Teskey was incredible, where they got the guy open for a breakaway dunk.
And I believe that's going to be it for us for the first half. So we thank you for joining us for the first 20 minutes of this game in Evanston. Along with Andrew Miller, I'm Zach Corson. I will be joining Amir Bektis in the second half in about 12 minutes. So join us again in 12 minutes time, and you will hear the second half of this Michigan Wolverines team against the Northwestern Wildcats. Again, Michigan leads 38-23. We will see you in 12. And welcome back into Evanston. My name is Zach Horson. Alongside me, Amir Bektis. Michigan up 38-23. We are 1 minute and 45 seconds away from the inbound pass to start off the second half. Amir, you weren't on the call in the first half, but you were watching. What did you like?
Everything after, or with the 15 minutes left, because the first 5 minutes were really tough to watch for both Michigan and Northwestern. Michigan started out 1 for 14 in those 5 minutes, and it's kind of weird. They've had a trend the past couple of games. Similar start to against Michigan State earlier, and then Ohio State. So lots of slow starts, but they figured it out. They're up 38-23 over Northwestern. But one thing that I would like to see them do, and I'm sure Juwan Howard was bringing it up in the locker room, was talking to his big men, right? His big men, there's no reason that each one of them tonight should be in double digits, right? Teskey had a tough first half, but look for him to rebound. But Austin Davis really had a good first half. He almost had 10 points if it wasn't a couple of stepping out of bounds and stuff.
That's right. He's knocking down his shots at an extremely high rate. He's 3 of 3 from the field in the game with 7 points and those 2 boards. He just doesn't miss. As I said earlier in the broadcast, 11 of his last 12 from the field, over 90%. You can't ask for anything more from the guy.
Yeah, especially with Michigan being stronger and bigger down in the post. Expect that old style basketball going down there. So, like, kick the ball down in the post. That way Northwestern's defense condenses down there, and that'll open up the shooting behind the arc for people like Livers and all the rest of them.
And Ryan Young on Northwestern, their center, he had 6 early rebounds, controlling the glass for this Northwestern team in the first 3 minutes and 43 seconds of the game. But he doesn't have a rebound since, and that's kind of been indicative of the game so far for Northwestern, as they are down in the rebounding category 23-14. Michigan leads it. And Michigan has 6 offensive rebounds to 0 for Northwestern. So when Northwestern is putting up a shot, they either make it or they miss, and they're not getting any second chances.
So right now Michigan has a good 15-point lead, but the way the Big Ten has been this year, that's not safe at all, right? Northwestern will get the ball to start, so we're in for a good second half, I think.
We are. You say no lead is safe. We watched the Illinois-Michigan State game last night. Illinois was down by 20 points or around 20 points, and they came back and had a lead late in the game but then lost on the final possession. They lost by 1. So I'm not saying that this Northwestern team is of the same caliber of Illinois or Michigan State, but still, you can't take any team so lightly. And we're back from the break as Northwestern has the ball shooting on the right side. They're going right to left, or excuse me, left to right, and Michigan right to left. Northwestern has the ball. Down low is Young, guarded by Teskey. Kick out. 3-point attempt by Bowie, no good. Rebound Wagner. Wagner to Xavier Simpson, directing the offense. To Brooks, driving, going up, no good. Tip, Teskey, no good. Northwestern board. Northwestern's Young, pass to Spencer. Back down, goes up, and no good is Bowie. Bowie will go to the line for 2, however, as he was fouled by John Teskey.
You know, Northwestern's basically begging Xavier Simpson to be a little bit more aggressive, and he's not really taking it.
And this arena, I can't help but notice that it was not full. It was probably, as Andrew Miller said, 3/7 full. Or no, it was 3/7 Michigan. I would say it was about 70% full at the beginning of the game, and now it's just a bunch of empty seats. And Northwestern made both of their free throws there, as Bowie is now on the board. He was 0 of 6 from the field. Now he is 2 of 2 from the line.
Fans are getting their smash burger. We got plenty of good options here at Northwestern.
That's right. A lot to eat here. And Isaiah Livers with the ball. He's driving, cutting, goes up, and it's good. Michigan up 40-25.
Good, simple play. Livers gets the ball behind the three-point line and just attacks the basket.
And that's how the offense is run for Michigan, as Bowie pulls up from the few feet beyond the three-point line and is no good. Michigan pushing it. Simpson with the ball. Screen from Teskey. Teskey driving. Kick out to Brooks. Brooks from 3. He's too strong. And Northwestern gets a defensive rebound.
And watching Coach Howard on the sidelines, he's telling his team to go. foot all the way down, right? Keep it going.
Kopp pulls up from 3 off the dribble, no good. Brooks board. Michigan basketball, pushing the ball up the court is Eli Brooks. He gets a screen by John Teskey, doesn't use it, picks up his dribble to Xavier Simpson now on the right wing. Screen from Teskey. Both defenders go to Teskey, and he gets it, dunks it, and Michigan leads 42-25 with just over 18 minutes left in the second half.
If you're Michigan, you can't really ask for a better start to start off the second half.
You cannot. And Northwestern with the ball, down by 17, take under 18 minutes left. Franz Wagner gets his hand in the passing lane. Oh, and it's an open court for Xavier Simpson, and he goes for the layup. Oh, it looked like he was going to dunk it, but then he pulled back. And with the jelly is Xavier Simpson, Michigan up by 19, 44-25, with 17 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second half.
Yeah, as expected, Northwestern early timeout, only about 2 minutes and 11 seconds in. They need a couple of shots to go down. They need some buckets just to get some momentum, right? To boost their confidence back up, because right now there's no energy out for Northwestern. And Michigan right now, they are still going full throttle, playing with the mindset that they're actually down. So I think they can still be a little bit more aggressive, but it's a good start.
It is a good start. Their defense has held up from the first half to the second half, as Northwestern is 0-3 from the field to start in these first few minutes. There are 2 points coming from the line from Boo Buie, and Michigan has a spread out scoring attack with 2 points each from Livers, Simpson, and Teskey, and they're shooting 50% from the field in this second half, going on a 6-0 run in the last minute and 18 seconds, which is why Northwestern called that timeout to kind of stop the bleeding, although they're already down by 19 points.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Only getting one basket coming out of the second coming out of halftime. Definitely want to get a timeout, get your players back on board, make sure everybody's kind of on the same page before this lead for Michigan gets way out of hand.
What did you see in those first few minutes? I mean, it was a small sample size, of course, but 2 minutes and 11 seconds. What did you see from this Michigan team that they can really attack and keep focusing on for the rest of this half?
It's just the aggression. You have to want it more. When you see your opponent is down, that's when you got to go 110%, because in those moments, that's where the games are won and lost, right? You have a 15-point lead coming out of halftime. Your opponent's really not having a great start. Don't expect that to last the whole entire half. So in those, like, as we saw, 2 minutes, you want to get as many points as possible so Northwestern can burn an early timeout like this, because when it comes down to clutch time, if Northwestern or another team in a situation gets back into this game, those timeouts come in handy, as we saw last night against Michigan State versus Illinois.
That's right. And this Michigan team, as I said at the beginning of the break, their rebounding advantage is huge, and they've continued so far in the second half of 4-2 in that respect. So if they can keep that going, keep sinking shots, keep playing defense, and this is a runaway game.
For sure, you would love to give your starting five some rest, right? They got a big game on Sunday against Indiana at home. Give your starting five a little rest, because they have that mojo back to them from the beginning of the season when they were in the Bahamas. Just Isaiah Livers' presence on the court makes this Michigan team flow so well.
And he brings a swagger also.
Yeah.
It's just sense of confidence, swagger, and this Michigan team is much better with Isaiah Livers on the court than off of it.
Mm-hmm. And that rubs off on all the guys, right? Like Teskey, Wagner, Brooks, all of them.
And we are back from the break. 17 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. Michigan up by 19, leading 44-25. Pat Spencer directing the offense. Back out to Pete Nance. Nance gives it off to Spencer. Spencer driving left side, kick out to Turner. Turner to Kopp. Kopp has the ball guarded by Brooks. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's got to hoist up a three. He's passing it. Cross-court pass intercepted by Wagner. Wagner one-on-one, driving, fast break. He goes up, and no good. Rebound Turner.
Yeah, coming out of the timeout, Northwestern did not want that to happen.
And that's a turnover, as they were trying to push the ball up the court, but a little too strong of a pass for Jones.
You also have to give credit where credit is due. This Michigan defense is clicking, right? they made Northwestern bleed the whole entire shot clock almost all the way down to 0, and then turnover, force a turnover.
That'll work every single time. And it's Wagner with the ball to Isaiah Livers, top of the key. Take under 17 minutes left now in the half. Michigan up by 19. Brooks wide open from 3 in the corner. No good, too strong. That's going to be Pete Nance with the rebound for Northwestern. Pat Spencer with the ball to Nance, to Turner. Spencer with the ball on the right block, guarded by Wagner. 6'3" on 6'9", posting up, turnaround jumper, no good. Wagner with the board.
I think Austin Davis is about to have his number called.
Wagner driving and one. He will go to the line to convert that three-point play. He just took the ball coast to coast, not even looking for anyone else. Mind made up that he would go down for that layup, and he set his goal and accomplished it. He will go to the line for one more. Michigan up 46-25.
As the Pistons play-by-play announcer would say, count that baby and a foul.
Wagner at the line to convert the three-point play. And it is no good. This Northwestern crowd is halfway there to getting their free Chick-fil-A.
You think
Michigan has missed 3 free throws.
Can we show them our credentials and get free Chick-fil-A on the way back?
I do not know. Pat Spencer, pass down to Pete Nance. Nance guarded by Livers on the left block. Dump down. And that's a miss. Rebound by Xavier Simpson. Wagner, pump fake, driving on the left side. Trying to take a charge is Northwestern player, and he is charged for a flop. That's going to be a warning. And Michigan was able to get the basket to go. John Teskey with the layup.
I've been to a lot of basketball games. You usually don't see that called.
Really? I've seen, well, that is true. I only saw it at the beginning of the year, and then I haven't seen it since.
It's good to see a call. You don't want that in the game of basketball. But you just got to sell it down there better.
And that's exactly at the 16-minute mark, so that's going to take us to the first media timeout. Michigan up 48-25, and this Northwestern squad is really reeling.
They need a bucket. They need somebody to step up and just get a bucket, get them on the board, because 4 minutes into this game and you've only gotten 2 points, it's unacceptable.
They have actually 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes, so this Michigan defense is keeping up with the offense. And in those 3 minutes and 20 seconds, Northwestern has not scored, allowing Michigan to go on a 10-0 run over that span.
Like I said, got to give credit where credit is due, and this Michigan defense is really locking down on the other end and then doing what they need to do on the offensive end and go on a 10-0 run.
And Michigan, this is their largest lead of the game, up 23 points, 48-25. They've only been expanding that lead. And Northwestern's last lead was 13-10 with 11 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first half. And we would hope that that's their last lead of the game.
With this big of a lead right now for Michigan, it should be. But the way the Big Ten has been this year, who knows?
That's right. You never know. Although Northwestern, to get back in this game, they're going to have to start to shoot the ball better. They are 8 for 31, shooting 26% from the field. To match Michigan's 44%, they would have to go 10 of 10 so that they would match Michigan's 18 of 41 from the field.
Michigan they haven't lost a beat since their win against Michigan State. That win at home was huge.
And this Michigan team, again, they're leading that rebounding advantage, and also with the offensive rebounds. They've gotten a couple this second half. They're up 7-0 in that stat category. They're up 29-19 in total rebounds. When you're rebounding the ball, especially when you're getting offensive rebounds, you're getting those second chance points. That's really telling as to whether you're going to be winning the game or losing, and kind of the rhythm and script of the game.
That comes clutch. Like, that's one of the most important overlooked things people watch on TV is those second chance opportunities. So obviously right now it's February. We're about less than a month away from the tournament, the Big Ten tournament, and you want to be capitalizing on those. Everybody would love for your shots to go out on the first one, but being able to get those rebounds, those second chance points is huge and vital. That really separates the good teams from the elite teams.
What was that announcement? Someone's first? Oh, the warning for the flop. It's their first warning. The next call, if there is another call for a flop, will be a flagrant on Northwestern. And we're back from the break as Pat Spencer has the ball top of the key to Bowie. Bowie, screened by Jones. And he picks up his dribble on the right wing, back out to Turner. Turner has the ball, guarded by Wagner. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. A lot of time. Jones, ball on the left block to Turner. Pull up, jump shot, no good. And that's going to be a foul called on Michigan. It's going to be on Isaiah Livers as he was going for the rebound. I think it was a push in the back call on Isaiah Livers as he pushed Pete Nance.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Northwestern taking the ball out. Shot clock reset, but they have a quick jump shot. No good. Eli Brooks with the board.
Northwestern cannot buy a shot right now.
No, they cannot. Down to 24% on the game. They got a second chance opportunity, but they were not able to convert, and John Teskey is called for a moving screen on the other end of the court. It's going to be Northwestern basketball.
Yeah, Teskey just, it's not his night really so far.
No, 3 of 11 from the field as he was able to get that basket, that easy dunk in the second half. He's 3 of 11, only 6 points, and then those 6 rebounds.
Yeah, Juwan Howard still has the same starting 5.
And sloppy play as Jones for Northwestern is not happy. Jared Jones smacks the floor after he loses the ball out of bounds. Not happy with how this game has been going.
Yeah, lots of frustration boiling over right now.
Michigan leads by 23 with 15 minutes left in the second half, 48-25. Wagner with the ball top of the key. Pass out to John Teskey. Teskey delivers on the left wing. Back to Simpson on the left wing. Simpson guarded by Bowie. Back out to Wagner, right wing. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. To Teskey. Jump shot inside the three-point line is short. Rebound Bowie. He's got Jones streaking. Jones goes for an easy dunk, but he lays it in, going all the way around the rim and sinking it.
It almost rimmed out.
Look, no one was in front of him. He just laid that in. He could have easily dunked it. And that's going to be a blocking foul as Eli Brooks was going for the layup, and he was unable to get the ball to go in the basket, but he will go to the line for 2.
See, that's what you love to see is that aggression, going to the basket, regardless of what the score is, just going to the basket and getting some contact.
And on that layup by Jared Jones, it looked like on the replay, I was seeing it on the board, he was going up for the dunk or the layup, but then the ball was actually behind him, and so he had to lay it in. Kind of what happened in the Illinois game yesterday when Ayo Dosunmu went for the fast break layup, and he missed it because the ball was behind him, and he went up and was unable to get a good look. And luckily for Jared Jones, the ball was able to go down, and Eli Brooks makes the first of 2 free throws here, extending Michigan's lead back up to 22, 49-27. With just under 14 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. And he sinks the second. Michigan's lead back up to 23 points, their largest of the day. Bowie to Turner on the right wing. Turner driving right side past Wagner. Throws the ball out of bounds, but off the hands of Eli Brooks.
Good defense, really good defense. It looks like Howard's going to keep these guys in for a couple more minutes before he changes anything, really.
And this offense, why change it? This team has been really rolling. This group has been rolling. Why fix it if it ain't broke? Blocked by Livers. Northwestern with the layup attempt, but blocked by Livers. They're pushing the ball now. And he kicks it back out. They're resetting it. Isaiah Livers, ball at the top of the key, driving left side. He goes up. No good. Northwestern basketball. Northwestern's pushing it now. They got numbers 3-on-2. Driving is Turner. He goes up, and he's good. Michigan leads 50-29. And as you said, Austin Davis is now ready to check into the game with just under 13:45 left in the second half.
Yeah, for the time that he was in the game, it looked great. He's perfect. Put him in a couple minutes, give Teskey some time, and yeah.
Eli Brooks kicked to Franz Wagner in the corner, but that's an air ball. He was too strong, hitting the weight room a little too often there, and it'll go out of bounds off of Michigan's John Teskey, Northwestern basketball.
The one thing with Austin Davis, though, was after he got, I think it was his 6th point of the game, he looked fatigued. He looked tired. That's why you wish he could, like, stay in longer, but it's a smart move to pull him out because he looked like he needed a quick breather.
Not used to those minutes.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to be big for Michigan late in the season and once the team gets to tournament play. And that's an easy look for Cup, but he just airballed a wide-open three-point attempt.
Now you talk about who's going to be big coming off the bench. And
oh, liver slam on the fast break, and he landed successfully on 2 feet. He will not get re-injured.
every Michigan fan exhales right there. Oh.
Michigan up by 23 once again, 52-29.
What I was saying before that dunk was David Julius is going to be a key part for this Michigan team coming off the bench and giving them that spark.
Bowie with the ball for Northwestern, an acrobatic layup, twisting and contorting his body, getting the basket to go, and one.
Those are one of those shots that you score 1 out of 10 times, and that's what he got right there.
Ben Simmons actually hit a layup attempt like that yesterday, but he wasn't fouled. Bowie will go to the line for an and one to convert the three-point attempt.
No, Bowie did not expect to be facing the other way and throw the ball behind his head.
No, he did not, and he sinks the free throw, cutting this Michigan lead to 20. And just under 12:50 left in the second half. And outside of Evanston, we do have an upset alert as Georgia Tech upset number 5 Louisville.
The tournament this year, everybody is going to have a chance to win.
There's no number 1 team that's dominating everyone else. And Michigan turns the ball over as Franz Wagner was looking for Austin Davis down low, but they were not able to connect as they weren't on the same page, and it's going to be Northwestern basketball.
The first month of college basketball, 3 number 1s went down. The overall number 1 team in Michigan State is not in the top 25. And they're still one of the best teams in the country.
It's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to watch. Hopefully I'll have my classes won't interfere with watching, but we'll see as Northwestern makes the basket there, cutting the lead under 20 for the first time in a few minutes. They're down 52-34, down by 18.
From the Northwestern crowd that is still left here and that are not Wolverines, there's a small eruption from them.
DeJulius with the ball, getting the screen by Davis, driving right side, kick out to Simpson. Simpson, top of the key, step back, jumper inside three-point line is nothing but net. Michigan up by 20 once again.
Great play by Simpson, driving, creating space at the free throw line, and then just getting his bucket.
Bowie with the ball for Northwestern, dumps it off to Turner. Turner gets a screen by Nance, goes up, and he's fouled going for 2. It's going to be Turner going to the line.
I think that was a foul on Turner and not Davis, because Turner just lost his footing and went down, but
they called that a blocking foul, I believe.
Yeah, they're not going to show the replay, but when he was at about the free throw line and started attacking the basket, he just lost his footing and tripped. Austin Davis was just unlucky in the wrong spot at the time. But you're talking about the tournament, right? We were watching San Diego State last night. Nobody's really talking about them. They're number 4, they're undefeated, and they got quality players.
They do. They were able to sink threes like it was nothing, get it down low to Wetzel's Pretzels. Wetzel was able to get those baskets to go easily down low, and Mitchell was knocking down threes for San Diego State. They're they're number 4 overall, but they're a really solid team all around. They're a team to watch out for in March.
Well, who had the monster dunk last night from San Diego State? Yeah,
Mitchell. He cocked it back behind his head and slammed it on someone's head. That was pretty crazy.
If you're not a college basketball fan, turn on the NCAA tournament this year because you will not regret it.
You will become a college basketball fan. It's crazy. Like last year, Duke was really impressive, but then Michigan State beat them, and there were a few top-tier programs who you knew would be competing at the end of March. Like Virginia was a number 1 team. They were competing at the end of March. Duke, Michigan State, they were all like number 1 and 2 seeds. But this year, any team can win. Any team can get knocked out. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, that's what you love about college basketball. You have the Michigan Wolverines, who were unranked, go into the Bahamas, have a great tournament, jump to 4, have a little bit of a slump, drop out of the 25.
Those games that they did lose, though, have an asterisk because of Isaiah Livers not being healthy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like anybody this year across the college sports landscape is really it's anybody's game. Like, it's gonna be fun to watch.
It really is.
But
so far here in this game, though, in this second half, what I've liked from this Michigan team is they're rebounding, like I've said, but also they're facilitating the ball. They're sharing it. It's not isolation basketball. They have 5 assists on 7 shots.
Yeah, as we have just over 11 minutes left in the second half, you have a 20-point lead. These are those weird times where it's like, okay, we're comfortable with the lead, but we still have to be on the edge of our seats, on our toes, ready for a comeback. You want to hold this lead all the way through the end of the game, right? So it's a weird time right now for Michigan because you're up by 20, everything's going good, you feel comfortable. Northwestern's been struggling the second half really to get anything going, but with 11:27 left, 20 points is not that big of a lead.
No, it's really not. It hit a few shots, down by 12. But you need to play good defense. This Michigan team's offense is really good, and then their defense is also outstanding as Brandon Johns Jr. checking back into the game. He's providing some hustle. So easier said than done for Northwestern to go on a run.
And that's what exactly you have to do. If you're a coach, getting your boys on the same page is you tell them, don't look at the score, right? Down by 20, whatever. Don't look at the score. Imagine it's 0-0. Do your job on the defensive end, and then take care of business on the other side.
You got to make free throws, though, to be able to do that. And Turner missed the first of 2 for Northwestern. Scratch that, Northwestern.
How many free throws does Northwestern have to miss to get free Popeyes?
I don't know if there's a promotion for your own team missing free throws in your own arena, but I'll have to check in on that. And he made the second, cutting this Michigan lead to 14. Northwestern down 54-35. DeJulius with the ball top of the key, feeding Davis down low. Davis gets it, turnaround, goes in. That's right. Well, what do we call that? The number 5 order?
The number 5 special.
Number 5 special, thank you. Feeding Austin Davis, and Austin Davis just cashing it in.
That was not easy. He had 3 guys on him.
He just seems like every time he gets the ball just finds its way in the basket. And that's Pete Nance looking like his brother Larry down there from beyond the three-point line. He made the three-pointer and cutting that Northwestern deficit to 18 points. Larry Nance had quite the day today in the NBA, scoring over 20 points. DeJulius with the ball, back out to Franz Wagner from the corner. He's no good. He's not having a great shooting day. Wagner is 2 of 7 from the field now, 1 of 3 from 3. And Northwestern firing from 3, no good. Wagner with the board.
Yeah, just not the greatest play to come back. You'd rather see him get that easy layup instead of just chucking up a 3.
And DeJulius with the ball top of the key, trying to make something happen, feeds Davis. Davis triple team down low, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul.
No.
But they were in the cylinder, or in his cylinder, so that's going to be a defensive foul on number 22, Pete Nance. That's going to be his 3rd of the game. Pete Nance is arguing for an offensive foul from Davis with the elbow, but it's because the defense was in the cylinder of Austin Davis that it's going to be a defensive foul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in that type of situation, if you're Davis, you got 3 guys on you. You're really not going to go to the basket unless you do something magical. So there's 3 guys on you. There's 2 wide open Wolverines. You got to find them. You got to find those open men.
And as I mentioned, there was an elbow by Austin Davis, an inadvertent elbow, but the officials are still going to go to the scorer's booth and check that replay for an official review for a potential flagrant 1 foul.
It didn't seem too malicious watching it live from up here, but
you know what else didn't seem too malicious? The Xavier Simpson hook of the Ohio State player when he barely grabbed his jersey and tore it and was called for the flagrant foul.
Oh, he did get him.
Yes, he really clocked him.
But that you can't.
We're talking about Austin Davis, not Xavier Simpson.
Austin Davis right there, I don't know. Right?
It's inadvertent, but it's still contact. That's why it's a flagrant 1, not flagrant 2.
He's going to get the flagrant run. But what do you expect when you're putting your head, your chin, into the chest of Austin Davis?
Right.
Now, Xavier Simpson getting that flagrant against Ohio State was the absolute wrong call. But he ripped his jersey, so that's why they gave it to him.
Is that an automatic call if you rip someone's jersey? Even if it's like one finger hooking them?
I was sitting behind the hoop doing photography, so I didn't see it live. But it's natural. It's natural motion. You're falling. What else are you going to do?
Bracing for your fall.
You're trying to grab something, but he did rip his jersey a little bit. And the refs, they don't want anything extracurricular after the whistle blows, right? So knowing the rivalry between Ohio State and Michigan, they didn't want anything to go, but they made a huge impact on that game.
Oh, massive. And it's actually going to be a no call, I believe a good no call on Austin Davis.
I agree with that.
And it's going to be Xavier Simpson taking the ball up from Michigan underneath the hoop with 20 seconds left on the shot clock and 10 minutes, 9 seconds left on the game clock. And he gets it into DeJulius in plenty of time to make something happen on offense.
This is an interesting lineup we have out there right now.
And the ball is tipped and out of bounds as Simpson was looking for Johns Jr. 12 seconds left on the game clock, on the shot clock, and exactly 10 minutes left on the game clock.
You got Simpson, DeJulius, Brooks, Davis, and Jones Jr.
And DeJulius driving right side, 3 seconds left, step back jumper, no good. And it's going to be a foul called for the rebound over the back by Austin Davis.
There's that makeup call, right? They didn't want to give him a flagrant run, so they just give him a common foul on the next play.
Makes sense. So Northwestern down by 18 points. They can cut it to 15. 15's not that bad to come back from. And Pete Nance spotting up from 3, no good. You needed to make that one to be able to come back.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to get anything going when you can't get a bucket.
DeJulius with the ball, 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Screen by Davis, not using it. Back out, Johns Jr. Pump fake, step back. Pump fake, back down to Austin Davis. Austin Davis posting up to Simpson, to Brooks. Driving, floater, is good, all net. Michigan up by 20 points, 58-38.
Northwestern is basically enticing Michigan to throw it down low, and then once they get it to their man on the block, there's automatically 2 guys right on them.
Potentially even 3 if it's Austin Davis. And Northwestern, that was an easy basket, and it was Kopp posting up on Xavier Simpson, and he's got a few inches on him, and he was able to convert the basket. Simpson back out to DeJulius. Julius pump fake, floater, blocked by Jared Jones. Northwestern pushing the ball up the court now. They don't have numbers. It's 2-on-2.
They need a bucket.
Miller Kopp driving, going, missing. Xavier Simpson with the board.
Yeah, Xavier's experienced enough to know what to do in these type of situations.
And he turned the ball over, looking for Brandon Johns Jr. on the fast break, on the backdoor cut. It's going to be Northwestern basketball down by 18 with just under 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half.
And Coach Howard not taking any chances, putting his starting 5 back in there.
Michigan looking to keep their foot on Northwestern's throat, not let them back into this game. Isaiah Livers guarding Jones. Jones with the ball top of the key, now guarded by Teskey, gives it off to Kopp. Kopp to Jones. Jones, short corner, is good. He cut Northwestern's deficit to 16, the lowest it's been in a few minutes. Xavier Simpson with the basketball on the right wing, gets a screen from Teskey, screen from Livers. He is on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Julius, looking for Teskey, who's posting up on Jones, and they get it to him with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He's turning, hook shot is no good, too strong, rebound Jones.
Teskey needs to be more physical down there. It's too soft. It's really too soft.
Miller Kopp from 3 is good, and that's a timeout from Juwan Howard. He is not very happy as Northwestern has cut this Michigan lead to 13.
Howard's not mad about that shot that Northwestern just made. Howard's mad about the referees missing what they drew up was Teskey went and set a screen for DeJulius, and DeJulius was cutting around, and he was going to be on the three-point line open, and Simpson was supposed to pass it to him, but he wasn't there. So
was that a defensive foul
Well,
that they missed, or what?
He's
what,
mad.
what,
He's
what
mad at.
hindered him?
He's mad at defense because they kind of pushed Teskey a little bit, and to get through because Teskey's huge.
Right.
It's kind of tough to get through him. So a little bit more physical, but the referees are letting him play.
And Northwestern has been able to sink their shots in the second half and cut this deficit to 13 points. In the second half, they're shooting 38% from the field, but that's not really indicative of how they've been shooting recently in the last few minutes when they've cut this deficit to only 13 points, as it was at 20 points only a minute and 22 seconds ago, but they're on a 7-0 run.
And that's why Coach Howard put his starting 5 back in, and then you see him right away call a timeout.
And also working in Northwestern's favor is Michigan has 6 fouls on them. So if Northwestern's fouled one more time, they're in the bonus.
Yeah. I don't know how much longer he goes with Teskey because he's just really been struggling. And looking at his last possession on the offensive end, he's right in front of the rim, and he's being too soft down there, and then he does a little hook shot and nothing. No, be physical, get contact, go up, go to the free throw line, sink your shot.
Michigan just needs to keep rebounding. They've lost the rebounding advantage in the second half. The game total, they're still up 35-26, but in the second half, it's been even, with Northwestern also getting some second chance points. So Michigan needs to capitalize. Austin Davis, when he's in the game, it's not an issue. But with John Teskey in the game, he's struggled a little bit. He's 3 of 13 from the field. And on defense, it's Jared Jones getting stuff to go for Northwestern. He has 8 points. And then Miller Kopp, he has 10 points. So they've been able to really make noise for Northwestern recently.
Yeah, and Northwestern, if they're able to start getting back in this game, it's gonna help them with the home field advantage as well. But I don't know, this arena looks 60% full, maybe.
There is still time for Northwestern to come back, and they've shown that they're capable of doing so, as they've cut it to 13. They were down by 20, so they've outscored Michigan by 7 points for the last minute. They're down by 13 with 7 minutes, 35 seconds left. So there's a lot of time left in this game. But sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, if they do their job on the defensive end right now and get a 3, we're in for a good game.
And we're back. Xavier Simpson with the ball, getting a screen from Teskey. Let's see the play Juwan Howard drew up. Isaiah Livers spawning up from the corner. He got an open look, and he airballs it. Defense was converging on him, closing out on him. Now it's Boo Bluey with the ball for Northwestern. Shaking, baking, throwing it out of bounds but off of Wagner.
Yeah, Bowie, he missed. He had a little bit of a mismatch down low as Simpson was on their big man down low.
That's going to be Jared Jones. Jared Jones really should take advantage of that mismatch. But now it's Blue Bowie with the ball. Pack out to Cup, I should say. Cup misses it, but it's going to be Turner going to the line. Scratch that. Barron going to the line for 2 because he went for the rebound and he went up for the shot attempt on the offensive rebound and missed, but it's Xavier Simpson knocking him to the floor and creating that miss because he fouled him. So Barron will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, if you're Michigan right now, you look towards the veterans. So Simpson, Teskey, Livers, because they've been in these situations, right? When you're playing a team, you're up by 20, and then they start getting some momentum, and they get back into this game. So gotta rely heavily on your seniors, or the veterans, I mean.
Robbie Barron making the first of 2. Robbie Barron's up to 4 points on the day. He only averages 5 points. And he missed the second as a Michigan fan screamed. And that Michigan fan will say that he set off or created that miss, but really had nothing to do about it. And it's Michigan basketball. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. Xavier Simpson with the ball. Eli Brooks spawning up from 3, and that's cash! Michigan up by 15 points. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game.
There's that Eli Brooks that we saw earlier in the first half getting those 3-point buckets to go.
That shot was money.
It was deep, too.
It was a few feet beyond the line. Wagner guarding Barron. Back out to Jones. Jared Jones getting the easy dunk. Cutting that lead back down to 13 for Michigan. Xavier Simpson looking to use some of the clock for Michigan. And he turns the ball over as it goes off the hands of John Teskey down low. He was looking for John Teskey posting up after the pick and the roll, but not able to get the ball in his hands, and it goes out of bounds. Northwestern basketball.
Yeah, he had Teskey. He just missed him just a little bit.
Michigan fans getting a little uncomfortable, a little too close for comfort.
And you can tell that Coach Howard's not happy with him by sending David DeJulius up there to get Xavier Simpson.
Turner guarded by Livers, 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Driving right side, kick out Kopp. Kopp for three, no good. Air ball, Franz Wagner with the rebound. Michigan pushing it. Livers on the right side. He goes up and he's fouled going for two. He will go to the line. This Northwestern crowd's trying to let the refs hear it, but don't really have enough fans here to have the refs actually hear them.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Something that we don't really have to worry about at Chrysler Center, thankfully. Isaiah Livers going to the line for two. Livers has had quite the day, 13 points and 4 rebounds, and he makes the first of two. Up to 14 points, he's matched his season average. He is now 6 of 6 from the line. So if Northwestern wants anyone at the line for Michigan, it is anyone not named Isaiah Livers. Livers getting ready for his second of 2 from the line. And it's good. Not looking like this Northwestern crowd will get their free Chick-fil-A.
No, not tonight.
Just over 5:30 left in this game. Michigan up by 15 points. Northwestern in the bonus. Michigan not. And that's, oh my gosh, a block by John Teskey. Northwestern looking for their second chance point, but not able to get it. Isaiah Livers with the dunk. Oh, what a sequence, folks. What a block by Teskey and a hammer by Livers on the body of a Northwestern player. And that's a carry for Northwestern. All of the momentum is with Michigan. And the Michigan fans in this house are letting them hear it.
Ann Arbor of the East, right? You had Franz Wagner first, get a little bit of a block. Teskey behind him, blocks him, and then Isaiah Livers. Wow, just the second dunk of the game. And I'll pause for a second so you can hear this crowd.
Chance of Let's Go Blue heard loud and clear in Evanston. As Michigan up by 17 now with just under 5 minutes left in the game. DeJulius with the ball to Wagner. DeJulius on the left wing, screened by Teskey, not using it. Back out Teskey, pick and pop. He's short, but rebound Eli Brooks. Shot clock resets to 20.
Yeah, you wanna get it exactly what they just did. Get it back out to DeJulius. Take some time off the clock. Get everything set.
And after that last sequence, we're seeing some Northwestern fans leave the building, as that kind of sealed the game in their minds. Eli Brooks, 1 second left on the shot clock, hoists it up, no good. Michigan offensive rebound again. Isaiah Livers gets the board.
Isaiah Livers, great rebound, great hustle play. Get it back out to DeJulius. It's fun to watch.
It is, and they're using this clock. So Northwestern's down by 17 points. You can't come back from 17 points with 2 minutes left. And Eli Brooks gets the layup to go. Michigan up by 19 with 4 minutes left in this game. I said 2 minutes. I meant 4 minutes. It's not looking like it's going to happen for Northwestern today.
You can't really ask anything for better on this. The last couple of sequences for Michigan. You get 3 offensive rebounds, and then you take the clock all the way down, and you get a 2-point out of it.
Jared Jones misses the 3-point attempt, but it's a rare offensive rebound for Northwestern, and they cash in on the 3-point attempt as Turner makes his second 3 of the day. Northwestern up to 4 3-pointers made on the day. Scratch that, 5. They are 5 of 20. Michigan not much better at 6 of 19, but still much better shooting percentage, shooting 43% on the day compared to Northwestern's 33. As DeJulius gets the floater to go, and he is up to 5 points on the day, extending this Michigan lead to 18 points.
Yeah, that little floater by DeJulius right there. He didn't really want it. He wanted Teskey to roll, but they weren't on the same page. But they got the 2 points out of it.
And that's going to be a foul called by the referee on Michigan on number 0, David DeJulius. So Northwestern will go to the line for the 1-and-1 when we come back from the media timeout, as we are now under 4 minutes with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game.
And it looks like Colin Castleton is going to get some time here tonight as he takes Teskey out.
I wonder if any of the other walk-ons, well, not that Colin Castleton is a walk-on, but he is a player that doesn't really get much time anymore. At the beginning of the season,
not the rotational guys.
At the beginning of the season, he was the number 2 center, but either I don't know, maybe he's being outworked by Austin Davis, but Austin Davis has proven to be a really reliable number 2 option and someone that Juwan Howard can turn to with confidence.
And that's what I love to see from a coach is, regardless of what you have going into the season, into the game, you go with the hot hand. And Austin Davis has been that reliable backup center. He does his job. He knows what his duties are supposed to do. You're the backup center. When your name is called, you go in there, you give quality minutes, and you get buckets, right? You can't ask for anything better. I don't know who they're really throwing the shirts to right now.
Yeah, we have a little T-shirt toss in the arena right now, but not many targets. And if there are many targets, it's going to be a fan in maize and blue.
Yeah, we're in that time of the year when midterms are starting to pick up, so students going back to the dorm room to study for that Spanish, stats, calculus, all those midterms.
All very tough. I don't blame them.
No.
When your team is 1-11 in conference play and down by 18 points with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game, I would be, I would be going back to the dorm to get some studying done for a much-needed midterm.
You saw it when they cut it down to about 13 points with about 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
They shot up a 3 and it rimmed out. It's tough it's tough when you can't buy a bucket. And if they would have got that would have been huge.
And this crowd was in it at that time, too. There were a lot of, relatively a lot of people here. But this crowd was in it. The Michigan fans were pretty quiet because Northwestern was on that 7-0 run. But Northwestern missed that 3-point attempt, and then Michigan had that unbelievable sequence with the John Teskey block and then the Isaiah Livers hammer.
You can't
and then the carry by Northwestern.
You can't ask for anything better. Doing your job on the defensive end, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how many points you're up by, you play until that clock hits double zeros. And that's exactly what we saw. Great defensive block by Franz Wagner, and then Teskey having his back, and then Isaiah Livers just
he's healthy.
Slam. As Mark Jackson would say, "Mama, there goes that man."
And Boo Buie at the line for the 1-and-1. He is 3 of 3 from the line on the day, but 1 of 9 from the field. And the first attempt is good, so he will get a second. And as you said, Colin Castleton has checked into the game to be the center for Michigan. With 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game, Michigan leads 69-52. One more coming from Boo Buie. Buie shoots it, and it rims out. Castleton with the board.
This is going to go to Castleton on the post.
Liv Simpson with the ball, back to Brooks. Brooks, top of the key, now on the left wing to Xavier Simpson. Screened by Castleton. Castleton rolling to Livers. Livers driving left side to Castleton, who gets it in and one. He will go to the line for one more.
Count that, baby, and a foul. Right, that's great. You come in, do your job, and that's what Michigan wanted. They wanted to get Castleton, to get him on the board, build that momentum, build that confidence heading deeper into the season and eventually into the tournament.
And Cole Badgema checking into the game for Michigan. Cole Badgema, another player who really looks good in the few minutes that he gets, but hasn't really gotten much time this season outside of those few games during winter break and then a few games early on in the season. But he's into the game now, and Adrian Nunez also has checked into the game. And Castleton makes the free throw. Michigan up by 20 points, 72-52 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Nunez guarding Greer. Greer to Jones. Jared Jones to Greer. Greer on the right block, guarded by Bajema. He goes up and he misses Castleton with the rebound.
It's good to see those bench players come in and not miss a beat from the starters.
That's what you really need, especially come tournament time. You need that good depth. That's really what sets those good teams apart from the great ones.
And the team with the greatest depth is going to win the tournament this year.
And Adrian Nunez spotted up from the right corner but missed. And it was a block by Jared Jones. And it's Northwestern basketball. And it's going to be an off-ball foul on Brandon Johns Jr. Northwestern going to the line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, Nance just being physical down there. Just a lot of emotion overflowing, right? They were close, right? They were close. Watching this game, watching them go back and forth, we had that sense that Northwestern was going to be able to get back into this game, but they were just missing a couple of pieces.
Pete